Hi everybody, my name is Adriana and today's lesson is on wonders of water. I really love this lesson because it stresses the importance of drinking water every single day. I want you to use your imagination a little bit because if we were in class together, I'd be showing you two different plants to show you how water can impact us. So close your eyes and imagine one plant, and it can be any plant at all, but this plant is nice and healthy and strong. It's tall, it's bright green, it's got lots of leaves on it. Maybe it has flowers, maybe it's sprouting little vegetables like a pepper or an eggplant. Now switch over to the other plant. This plant is still tall, is still green, but it's drooping over a little bit and it doesn't have any vegetables sprouting on it yet. And maybe the leaves are falling off, maybe they're yellow at the tips, maybe it doesn't have any flowers yet, or maybe it's just not that tall at all. Maybe it's really short. Maybe this plant is even still a little seed or a seedling because it doesn't have enough energy within it to keep growing. Which one do you think got the most water out of the two? Right. The one that's tall, the one that's green and vibrant and growing, that has enough water to support all of the things that it needs to do. So our plant that drooped over, turned yellow, lost its leaves, was dehydrated. Now imagine how you feel. If you are outside, running around, playing with your friends, and you get thirsty. When you drink water, do you feel better or do you feel worse? Usually you feel better, right? You feel invigorated, you have more energy, you can keep running around, you're not that tired. But if you never get water, let's say you don't have a water bottle with you, there's not a water fountain around, if you don't drink anything and you keep running around and you're in the sun and you're hot and you're sweaty, are you going to feel very good after a few hours or even a few minutes of that? Probably not. You're going to want to drink water. You're going to want to drink something. That's why water is so important. It gives us so much energy. It replenishes us. Our body is made mostly out of water, which is kind of hard to believe because it's mixed in with a bunch of stuff. It's not just sloshing around in our bodies. You know, you can't pick somebody up and shake them around like a water bottle and hear everything rattle inside. But our bodies have a lot of water in them. So when that water starts to go away, our bodies can't function in the same way. If we think about our plant that didn't have enough water, eventually the more and more water it doesn't get, the more likely it's going to be to die. For humans, almost the same thing can happen, which is a really scary thought, right? So I don't want to scare you, but it's so important to be drinking water. So today's lesson and the activities that we have around it are all about why it's important to drink water and understanding how water even gets to us in the first place. To help us understand some of that, we're going to be reading the book, Why Water is Worth It. I'm not going to be reading this book in this video. I'll have the link to the read aloud video in the description below. You can pause this video now and go watch the read aloud and come back when you're done. I really hope you enjoyed that book. It's a great book that tells us how water gets to our homes and everything that goes into it to keep it clean and safe to drink. I'm including a link to a PDF of the worksheets that we're using in this lesson also in the description below. If you don't have a printer at home where you can print this out, you can get creative with this. So you can use crayons, markers, pencils, whatever you have available. Just use some paper and you can actually draw out what you see on this worksheet. So the worksheet that we're going to be doing is the water log worksheet. And this is just a template to help you plan how to drink water more often. So if you look at the worksheet, you're gonna notice that this is the example, and you're gonna notice that it says when I wake up. So day, Tuesday, and the first thing that happens when this person wakes up is that they're gonna drink water. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go throughout these boxes and you're going to write out certain times where you're going to drink water. Sometimes it's easy to think of when you have your meals throughout the day. That's definitely when you want to start drinking water. Maybe you set a time limit for when you drink water before you go to bed. So maybe the last box here says 1 hour before I go to sleep. You can get really creative with making this schedule for yourself. And again, it's something that's tailored to you, and when is it going to remind you the best to be drinking water? You might be thinking that this is a lot of water to be drinking throughout the day. And you're right, if you're not used to drinking this much, you're going to see a change in your body and in how often you go to the bathroom. But that's okay, right? That means you're flushing everything out of your system, you're staying properly hydrated, and everything is working as it should. At the bottom of the worksheet, you're also going to see a section that asks you to write, it's important to drink water because. And I want you to really put into your own words why it's important to drink water. Do you play sports and this will give you more energy? Do you feel tired throughout the day and this will replenish you and revive you and wake you up a bit? Whatever it is, and whatever you took away from this lesson, I want you to write why it's important for you to be drinking water. If you have a printer at home, you can print out the second page of the worksheet, which is just a template to plan how you're going to drink water throughout the week. So just like we did on this example, okay? Here it says that it has the day up top and it has the times you're drinking water. Here you can do the same thing. So up here you would write the day, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on and so forth, and you would write the times that you drink water. And you can use this as a schedule for yourself. You can use it as a resource and as inspiration. Again, if you don't have a printer, that's totally okay. I challenge you to draw out this sheet, or maybe you make one page with a giant glass on it, and that's the same schedule you follow every single day. And try and do that for at least a few days. Try and do it for an entire week, and notice how different you feel by the end of it. All right, you guys did amazing today. I hope that this was helpful and that you understand a little bit more about why it's important to drink water. I hope you are going to be drinking more water, and I hope to see you soon.